welcome to Off-Brand Covers for Mom.
So this is Coffee Chats.
Welcome to Coffee Chats for Mom.
Coffee Chats for Mom.
Our companion, Aidan, is sadly on the road today. So we, despite having him absent, have decided to record a little bonus episode of Coffee Chats for Mom. What are we doing today, Caleb?
We're going to talk about what Off-Brand Covers for Mom is. So we're going to talk about that big project. Yeah, that's one. And then secondly, we're going to be talking about albums.
Two.
So we've each picked an album that we would like to talk to you about and share just what it has done to inspire us. And then we've even thrown in some honorary albums in there as well.
One per person. We're going to call Aidan while he's on the road because we miss him so dearly.
We do, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And we're off! Okay.
Without further ado. Well, Caleb, you good?
I'm good.
Cool.
All right.
So anyways, Caleb, let's talk about our Off-Brand Covers for Mom project a little bit. What it means to us. This has been a really fun journey. Though fun may not be the appropriate word as much as we've enjoyed it. Of course, the reasoning behind our adventure with Off-Brand Covers for Mom has been because of the COVID-19 virus, where we have both become unemployed. And we just decided with this time we are still going to be productive and creative. And that is what...
Yeah, and keep ourselves educated. So our initial desire is to cover 50 years of music. So we started with 1970 and go all the way through 2020. And we're not doing it chronologically, we're just doing it sort of sporadically. And we like picking a decade for each project that we do.
Yes.
And I have really appreciated that because that for sure keeps me educated with this project. Learning new musicians, learning new artists, new bands. Even on a personal note, doing the Beyonce cover for me was so much fun because I just was, I think, uneducated and uninformed about her music, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And I listened to the whole album Lemonade afterwards. It was a joy. So covering the music, we've decided to first learn the piece as much to the original as possible.
Yep. Day of. That's kind of been our thing.
Yeah.
We wake up every morning and we look at, we've created a spreadsheet of music throughout the years. Of course, whenever we use a year, for instance, the first one we did was CCR's Who'll Stop the Rain. That's right.
What year was it?
1970. Yeah, it was right on the dot, 1970. So we won't pull any more music from 1970. Keep going down the line. And then latest one we covered was Dolly Parton's
Love to Remember.
Love to Remember.
Country vibe.
Yeah. Can't even think. What's this coffee?
It's good coffee.
It's great coffee.
It is great coffee.
And for me, that was one that I woke up that morning and was like, I am feeling going so some sort of folksy blues. I wasn't even necessarily leaning towards American country, but that just happened to be on our list, and it was lovely.
We will make a piece our own to the best of our abilities. I love the Dolly Parton project because it was so unique by the end to us, but really contained the character of, I think, what she was trying to do with that song. So that's kind of our initial goal with the covers.
To just do music we enjoy and learn.
Yeah. We have a podcast as well. It's called Off-Brand Covers for Mom Podcast, where we're going to talk about every single song that we've done
in greater detail.
Yes, and they range from anywhere from like 15 to even 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And those have been especially fun because it's at the end of the day where we're done recording. It's kind of that like sit back. What we enjoy? What do we take away? And then share the challenges. I love how Aidan will share his video takes and edits that he's enjoying doing. When we did Come Away by Crash Kings, we did some outside shots and made the video a little bit more unique. So there's all sorts of stuff that we'll kind of hint at and just have fun with in our podcast as well.
Yes.
So,
one thing that we have yet to talk about is that something that's important about our recording process is we're only using the instruments / equipment that we have acquired over the years and have found in our apartment, which has been a unique challenge as well. To wake up, feel a certain song, try to learn it, and then be like, all right, how do we want to actually cover it? Of course, Caleb's specialty and what he is just brilliant at is playing the piano, specifically jazz music and jazz studies. But and the thing that I am good at is singing. Aww.
You're not good at it.
Thanks, buddy.
You are amazing.
You had me in the first half, coach.
We're playing to our strengths.
Yeah.
When we wake up, we do a bit of this like arrange mode. Like, okay, I love this song. How can we make it our own? And then we learn it. So we'll sit down with whatever instrument is at hand. Sometimes Aidan has brought his guitar.
Yep.
And he's featured on an electric and an acoustic in our videos. So he is an avid musician with us. So I've enjoyed working with him. But we definitely have this like arrange mode method of where we sort of sit down and just barely scratch the surface of what we might do in the song before we learn it. And that always makes us feel a little bit limited because we look in our apartment and we're like, okay.
I have some forks.
Yeah, we don't have a drummer. Yeah.
And then I happened to have a
mandolin
just in my closet.
Yeah.
Any closing points on our music videos that we've been doing?
Try to look for Bartok. That's my closing comment.
This is Bartok.
So yeah, he's in every single video, and he's kind of our Easter egg that we've added that I really enjoyed.
Number 2, albums we enjoy.
Yeah.
Caleb, I would love for you to start off.
Sure.
Your album that you've enjoyed.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about an album that came out in 2019. It's called Immigrants by Snarky Puppy. I brought out the actual carbon copy. The
Beautiful.
Analog version because I'm old-fashioned. And I specifically just want to talk about kind of the heart and intent of Michael League. So there's a song on here where he plays the oud.
The what?
The oud.
The what?
The oud.
Oud?
Yeah, O-U-D is how you spell that instrument. It's just this beautiful Eastern instrument that is, it's lush. And it has no frets, but it looks kind of like a guitar from far away when you're up close. The oud. Yeah. So, this album really has one all-encompassing word that I took away as I listened to this in the last year, and that is collaboration. Michael League and each band member in Snarky Puppy has their own niche. And
niche.
Yeah, not niche. Niche. They all fit in collectively, and it's beautiful. But they each have just chosen to join this collaborative effort in not only jazz music, but I would say world music.
Yeah.
And this album in particular is very Eastern, and I love that. I really, really love that. I would also say that I was inspired too by that collaboration just in my own collaborative efforts during this past year of music making with Brennan. Brennan is one of my best friends, and I have loved making music with him as well as Aidan. So the three of us now embarking on this off-brand covers for Mom has just been a joy. So I'm always inspired by any sort of musician, but particularly those who choose to collaborate. I see and feel their music in those efforts, and it's always a joy.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah.
Which is a great segue into my album.
Yeah.
Which I will be talking about, Bon Iver's I, I. A wonderfully collaborative album. As I was researching, I read that over 100 different musicians were involved in the making process, whether that be production side, instruments,
singing,
vocalists, just a lot of musicians. Well, I had some quotes pulled up, but they're not here right now, so whoopsie-doopsie. Essentially, off the top of my head, this album completed a 4-song cycle,
Yes.
or sort of 4-album cycle of seasons, with For Emma Forever Ago being winter, Bon Iver, self-titled, being spring, 22 Million being summer, and I, being fall, which is super cool. They were all released in these seasons, and it is reported that this was an intentional kind of cyclical project for him. Just has so much inward reflection, and I think that spoke to me in my life, where I am at/was at when it came out, going on this musical journey. Caleb and I have our own musical project we're working on called Looter, which has been really fun. You can ask us for more info about that if you're interested.
Yeah.
Making music has been such a cool journey, and to see really what I think is the pinnacle of Justin Vernon's writing come all together in I, for different reasons, and stretching along this huge variety of styles that he has done in his albums. This is just by far the most produced album that has come out so far, which I would argue is even more produced than 22 Million. We're going to take some time to go do a one-take song from the piano. This is our little challenge to ourselves to see how much we can truly remember, if they mean so much to us, how much we remember and can play the songs.
I mean, you guys get to see our flaws.
This
right?
is our flaws.
This is us being real.
This is us goofing around. So let's go check it out.
I can't do this by memory. That's why I wrote it out.
Too bad. So what are you playing off of the Snarky Puppy album?
So I'm playing their song "Even Us," and let's see if I can play the bass line first. Man. All right,
Aidan. Aidan. Wow. Damn.
Wow.
See how many times
There's
I do
so
that.
many edits we have to do in this.
All right. I'm going to attempt "Hey Ma" by Bon Iver. Let's see if I can remember how this goes. Told time you call your mommy up while it's living in a coal mine. Told time you call your mom, hey ma, hey ma. And 12 volts, you know you mope it up while you wanted it your whole life. You're back and forth with light.
Any last comments?
Justin Vernon, you're my hero. That's all I gotta say. You know, just fangirl over here. So.
Okay.
Take it easy, girl.
Oh, you kitty! All right, we're calling Aidan.
What's up?
What's up, Aidan? How you doing?
Good.
All right,
Are you recording right now?
we're recording right now.
Alright, so my main album that I'm inspired by right now, Jackass.
Hey, real quick, Aidan. Cool. All right. Aidan's gonna
So,
try.
okay.
Aidan's gonna try again.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so my album that I'm talking about that I've been inspired by recently is Gone Now by Bleachers, which is from 2017. And I mean, first and foremost, musically, just from beginning to end, the whole album is phenomenal. Bleachers is the solo project of Jack Antonoff from Fun, and Jack Antonoff is just a musical genius. He writes a lot of songs for a lot of big artists, including Taylor Swift. Musically, the album is phenomenal, but what I really love about the album is that it's about, in its simplest form, it's about growing up. But it's specifically about reaching a point in your life when you're beginning to say goodbye to all the things of your youth. it's about living at that point when you're starting to see how the world really is, and you're starting to kind of lose that innocence, move into the next point of life. But the crazy thing about it is that as much as I've loved it over the years, it seems like every year I love it even more because, well, as I get older, I feel like I relate more and more with all the things that he talks about throughout the whole album. The last 4 years of my life, I really just learned so much about the way the world actually is, and just the hardships of life and how complicated it is. And I think I went through a phase of really mourning that loss of youth, and I still am to this day, and I think I will be for a long, long time. But there's also just this reckoning with adulthood that's inevitable. That feels like I feel like I'm in the middle of that right now, and I'll probably be living that for a while. But yeah, the album is just phenomenal. It's
awesome.
Bambi by Hippocampus was probably my favorite album of 2019. I don't really have anything profound to say about it. It's just a great album.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so would definitely recommend that one.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Aidan. We'll
absolutely
enjoy your car ride, and we'll talk to you when you get back for more music. Love you, bye.
What would be your honorary album?
My honorary album has to be UFOF by Big Thief.
Yeah.
The reason that I love this is because UFOF, it stands for Unidentified Foreign Object Friend, and Adrian Lenker once said that if the nature of life is change and impermanence, I'd rather be uncomfortably awake in that truth than lost in denial. Ooh. So just beautifully recorded. The production is wonderful, but so much raw realness to it. What about you?
This past year I spent a lot of time also listening to Harmony of Difference, which came out in actually 2017. And that album is by Kamasi Washington. So he's way more on the jazz side than any other person that I've mentioned here, at least. Yeah, I really specifically like his song Truth. It's only 2 chords, but he makes those 2 chords sound beautiful. And that's inspiring to me because it's like a 14-minute long song. And yeah, he adds in a choir and it's just like, cool to listen to.
Cool to listen to. That's the real thing, is that all of these albums are just cool to listen to.
As they should be.
So listen to them.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in to Coffee Chats for Mom. And we do it all for Mom.
This is always and has always been for Mom.
For Mom. Is always and has always been for Mom. It's a good little end tag. I like that. Thank you. Make sure to click those subscribe buttons and likes as well. We're trying to be YouTubers now, so it's really official. Every YouTuber says that afterwards.
We're terrified to ask you to share this because we really don't know how well this video is going to come out.
It's absolutely wonderful. And make sure to listen into our podcast.
Yes.
We're trying to record and produce something every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so that you can have it every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So that's going to hopefully be what it is. So anyways, thank you all very much, and remember, call your mom.
Dude, I think there's a huge ass centipede down here.
That's great.
What is this?